Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. So yeah, we're a day and some change late on this one, which I admit is not terribly unusual at this point, but nonetheless, let me tell you a story of why. Around about Saturday, I'm brushing my teeth, as is sort of the custom. Happens like once a decade, you know, you gotta do it. It's like taking a bath every month. And I noticed that there's like something solid and sharp-edged kind of thing just like whizzing around in my mouth whilst I'm like, gargling my mouthwash and stuff. And I, like, have a poke and a prod and everything seems okay, and then I get a torch to make absolutely certain via visual inspection, and I notice that there is actually a distinct chunk of my rear bottom right molar missing on the outside. Everywhere's closed Saturday and Sunday, so I call on Monday to get an emergency dental appointment in Darlington, which is a whole other town that I have to get a train to, but I'm actually get one for Wednesday. Okay, so far that's problematic, but we get it done. They have to schedule this quite early, noon to be exact, so I go to the train station. The first train I have to get is delayed by about 15 minutes, and then somehow I managed to get the only train, I'm hoping in England, that has an extremely loud, drunk, and foul-mouthed Glasgow Rangers football fan. I don't follow football, I'm presuming that's a particularly rowdy team just on this interaction alone. And how this guy did not get thrown off the train, I don't know, but it made the trip rather unpleasant, and it's a half-hour train ride, so he was with us the entire way. And then I'm walking. I've already phoned ahead, by the way, to the dental practice to let them know, oh hey, my train's been delayed, I'm gonna be a bit late. But I'm en route, and I get another phone call. When I'm 2, maybe 3 minutes walk out from being there, to say the dentist has to, like, head out, we're closing. We'll have to reschedule. You can imagine that didn't go particularly well. But nonetheless, rescheduled for today, Thursday, at 4 PM. So, all of that, I get home, I am already out of spoons. And today, it's kind of spitting a little bit, which means very, very light rain. I dash to get to the train station, and the very same ticket machine I used the day before to get my tickets, for whatever reason, takes twice as long to print everything. Literally, it prints out 2 distinct cards that just have void, 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 void across them. And the way it works is that it will not let you grab any of these, like no tickets at all, until it is certain it is done. So you have to wait for it to print them all, and then you have to wait for it to confirm this so you can grab them. And because it took twice as long, by the time it was done and I could get my tickets, my train had already gone. So the train that would have given me a good half hour of time to get from the train station to the dental practice and be on time was gone. But they're running on time, this day at least, so the next one comes along, and it will ostensibly arrive at 5 to the hour. My appointment is on the hour, so I was kind of lucky that this particular train arrived a few minutes early, and I had about 12 minutes to the hour to get to my appointment. Do you recall the part where I wanted to be half an hour early? It's because that's about how long it takes to walk from the Darlington station to the dental practice. I ran so hard. My legs are very sore. Well, I'm not terribly out of shape, but I'm still out of shape sufficiently that running is, like, not a good idea, because that's not something that I, like, exercise at all. But I got there at about 4 minutes past, so I turned a half-hour walk into about a 16-minute run. That was pleasant. And by this point, as well, it was bucketing. The rain was quite torrential by this stage. But has a quick poke around. I'm in and out of there like 10 minutes. It's that short of time. But it's basically just like they've got a temporary, or a potentially temporary, filling on it. If there is a problem with that by like mid-December, they'll put something more substantial onto it. So that part's good. Okay, now there's the trip home. So right as I'm getting out, I immediately notice the rain has gotten even worse. So, yay. And I don't have an umbrella, because how the heck would I have an umbrella? You'd think as an Englishman I would just have one surgically connected to me. So I plod. I just walk. By this point I'm not in any hurry. I'm already soaked anyways, so I'm just walking. And right as I'm going up the road to the train station. The train station is sort of a little bit outside the way of town because it was built just sort of it was built after the town was fairly established, so it had to be on the periphery, and that periphery's grown and all sorts. But anyway, it's uphill. It's a well-known, well-used road. But I look ahead and I notice that there is a drain that's so overflowing it's bubbling. Like that's just gushing up water kind of thing. Like yeah, that thing is completely beyond its capacity. And I think to myself, this is gonna be interesting. I don't recall exactly what was going through my head that made me think that, but it was almost prophetic, because before I'd even passed those, that bubbling, churning water and that giant puddle around it, a car goes speeding past my right-hand side, through the puddle, splashing me so hard I'm almost certain there must be a camera nearby to catch this very, very, very extremely overused comedy trope. Because I am drenched even more so with cold, probably quite mucky water down my right-hand side. So that wasn't pleasant. So then I get to the station. I've got about 20-ish minutes before my train back gets there. I contemplate getting like a hot chocolate or something, but I figure it'll probably be way too hot for me to drink within the time I have, so I'm just sort of stood there, cold, very wet, and very tired. And the train arrives. It, thank God, had its heaters on. It was actually so toasty inside compared to outside that I couldn't actually see into the train through the windows. And I managed to get myself back home. And I've had some like hot chocolate, some of my fancy hot chocolate, salted caramel flavor. Yum yum yum. And I've been taking it a little bit easy to sort of regain some spoons to sort of get around to doing this. And that's been my day. That's been my dentist nightmare for the past week. And that's why this video is a bit late. Other than that, though, we have some good news. We don't have anything in the P.O. Box. Yes, I know. Don't worry, we'll find something, I'm sure. So we have nothing in the P.O. Box just yet. But next week is MCM London. That is from the 27th to the 29th, I believe it is. So the Friday to the Sunday. And Fuzz and I will be there the whole time. And I don't think I'll have any like special costumes this time around. I was hoping to have I was hoping to have a costume, but it hasn't been seen that would sort of make at least one person scream. But I don't think I'll be having costumes this time around. But nonetheless, I'll be around. If there's a Yogg meetup, I don't know. But I'm almost certain I'll manage to ring. But I'm certain there'll be some sort of organization of lying fans or lying orbital fans. I don't know. Either way, we'll be there. So that is the 27th to the 29th in London. See you there. With that though, onto the schedule. Tonight at 11 PM BST we have Midnight Souls, where we're going through the Ringed City. It's going to hurt. On Saturday at 9 PM BST, we have the season finale of the coaster, because I am not going to be around for the last week. Can we get to gold? Can we get close to gold? We'll see. And then on Tuesday, it's Yogg Dwarves Live at 9 PM BST, where we might make a start on modularity. Alternatively, we might just get the tankards finished. Or the models. Who knows? But something will be done. And videos you might have missed for this week. The behind the scenes part 1 of The Haunting has finally released, which means my hard drive is 200 gigabytes spare now, so hooray. This will cover episodes 1 to 4 and shows you how we did all the magic behind the scenes. And we also have 3 episodes of Factorio with Strife. So from stories about mischievous squirrels to arguments over territory, it's a fun time with lying in strife. Head over to William Strife on YouTube to go and watch that. New episodes Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Hooray! And on to the questions. So as always, these are drawn from the comment section of the preceding video. If you have anything you want to ask me, drop it down below. Our first question comes from Dylan Johnston. Do you have any streaming plans for Halloween? Indeed I do. So it's a slight tradition. I mean, my channel's not very old, so I guess traditions are kind of light anyways. But we will be having our Halloween stream on the 31st, which is a Tuesday, from 9 PM BST. This does mean it will replace Yogdorves for that week, so heads up. And we will be watching 3 different film adaptations of Who Goes There, a classical sci-fi horror kind of story. And one of them's from the 1950s, one of them's from the, last couple of years. So we're going to be contrasting and comparing them, and it's going to be fun. I get to be a nerd. Richard Jackson asks, have you ever thought about doing further development on your university final year project? For those who don't know, my final year project for university was using Minecraft as a basis for a AI experiment, more or less. I took the task system that Minecraft uses for its AI, and I combined it with a neural network to see if it could be made to be responsive without having to be told exactly what happens every single patch and update. So reduces the workload of the actual programmer by having stuff happen after things are released, that kind of thing. Massive nerdy thing, I know. And I haven't... I would be remiss to say I haven't thought of going back to it, but there isn't terribly much for me to do. I could probably do it a lot better in general now, but hey, that's what years of experience will do to you. I don't know. Maybe there'll be an off week on Yogdorves where we just do something like that real quick. I don't know. Morgan Sabriel asks, how do you deal with stressful situations? Well, I'm surrounded by plushies and hats. And hot chocolate. We have a lot of hot chocolate. Well, that's more comforting things in general. Stressful situations, if a situation is stressful, that probably means something is going wrong, or not being done properly, or just plain isn't working. So it's probably a good idea at that stage to talk to the people around you to try and figure out how it's stressful and what you can do to kind of reduce that stress levels. Humans don't work well under stress. Nothing does. Stress is a bad situation. Stress is a survival reflex. So it's best to try and make sure everybody's comfortable and everyone knows what they're doing and everything can be done within reason. It can be some hard work every now and then, that's occasionally unavoidable, but generally speaking, a healthy working environment is a low stress working environment. And from me and Dinari Miauchi, today, that is it. I'm very tired. There will be a stream tonight, but I am very tired right now. So, hope you've all enjoyed, and catch you all next time.